gentlemen, I don't know if Micah Parsons is just in the giving spirit because Christmas is right around the corner or what, but this man has been saying and doing all of the right things lately, including being an absolute terror on the field. But something that he said today could shift the entire direction of this team, specifically for this upcoming offseason. Let's get into this and more, but be sure to subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys content on the regular. So Clarence Hill Jr. of DLLS Sports reports, Cowboys edge rusher Micah Parsons said he doesn't need to be the highest paid defensive player. He doesn't need to get $40 million. He plans to be in OTAs. He wants to work with the Cowboys to get a deal done early, and he doesn't plan to hold out. Micah Parsons is playing chess right here, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, he should be applauded. If he's truly willing to make these concessions for the purpose of trying to help this team win, then he is truly walking the talk. He's been talking the talk. He's been letting us know he wants number 11 retired. He wants to win a ring. He only cares about winning. His greatest desire is to win a championship. He feels like he's in his prime. He wants to do X, Y, and Z. He's been talking on the podcast about, oh, I think Jerry's going to attack free agency. I think they're going to do this, this, and this. This is one way as a player you can actually guarantee that the front office at least doesn't have an excuse as to why they didn't accomplish the things that you're saying that they can accomplish is by taking less money. And Micah Parsons has 100% earned every red cent on the dollar. If you actually just look at the Cowboys defense since Micah Parsons has been back, the Cowboys rank number 6 in the entire NFL between weeks 9 and 15. Expected points added allowed per drop back, which means they are playing damn well against quarterbacks passing the ball. If you look at it even deeper, they've been first in sacks, first in team pressures, and second in pass rush win rate since Micah Parsons has been back. Those are all statistics that Micah Parsons and his presence on the field will directly impact, okay? And he has absolutely been a dominant player for the Cowboys since returning. I think his impact on the field cannot be understated. The statistics prove it. Everything shows that the Cowboys are a much better defense with Micah Parsons on the field. You notice the turnover started coming back and everything when Micah got back out there. So Micah Parsons absolutely has earned every single penny on the dollar, and there's honestly no legitimate reason why he should feel the need where he shouldn't get all of his coins. Because I'm going to be real, y'all, and y'all be honest with yourselves. Is there ever a situation where you're going to go and tell the owners of your business, whatever it may be, is there ever a situation where you're going to tell them, hey, I don't need all the money I can possibly get from you. In fact, keep a little bit, help your bottom line. No, ain't none of us about to do that, man. So that's why I never get in the business of telling players how much money they should and shouldn't take from an organization, especially when it's ran by crusty, musty Jerry Jones. But Micah Parsons has made it very clear, and he's playing chess here. I'm about to tell you why. He's made it very clear that he is not going to be trying to scrape up all the crumbs he can possibly get from the Cowboys, and a lot of the reason for that is probably because he does have the podcast generating all that extra money. And trust me, he probably making some serious bank on that podcast, y'all. He does have the Adidas contract deal. He does have all these different sponsors and different revenue resources that he's collecting, so he probably doesn't need to try to capitalize off of the actual contractual value that he can get from the Dallas Cowboys. While I understand the obvious thing to compare this to is going to be Dak Prescott and how he handled the contract situation, look, this is two completely different situations. This is Micah's first time going up to the negotiation table. They do not have the bad blood established with the Cowboys franchise tagging them twice and then screwing around with them and not wanting to pay them and do all this. Look, if I was Dak or any of these other guys, I'll be trying to get every penny I can from the Joneses because they have 100% proved in the past that they do not do what's best for the team when they do have the money to do it. So hopefully Micah Parsons does this and it will be fruitful. But beyond the front office actually capitalizing off of whatever little bit of money he allows them to save, whether it's $5 million, $6 million, whatever it may be, beyond that much, which by the way is enough money to add a decent veteran player to this team this offseason. Whatever it is they may do, I think the most important thing about this is Micah Parsons is playing chess because he has established now that if any shenanigans go on this offseason to where a contract isn't done early enough to where they can be active in free agency, or the Joneses start floating all the weird little stories out that they like to do when the contracts come up for these players, if any of them shenanigans start going on, Micah Parsons has 100% protected himself. And I think all of us need to remember this moment. This is why I actually made a video about this, a show about this. is because all of us need to remember this moment. We need to remember the moment that Micah Parsons essentially made himself invulnerable to the foolishness of the Cowboys offseason. Because if the Joneses try to act like they can't get a deal done, or it's just so hard, Micah has already let us know at least the baselines of what he's looking for or what he's not looking for. He's not looking to be the highest paid. He's not looking to make $40 million. He's not trying to break the bank. He's trying to be a good soldier to help the team build a little bit more. And with all that being on the table, you guys better get this contract done in a timely fashion, because we are not going to look at Micah Parsons at all this offseason as it pertains to that situation. We are not going to allow y'all to play the same games y'all tried to play with Dak and CD and any of the other guys, and Zeke and any of these other guys in the past that y'all played these games with, because I'm going to be honest, Micah Parsons has kind of handled this better than any other player has, because it pertains to how to deal with the Cowboys and the games they like to play with the contracts. Because yes, his agent probably doesn't like this. His agent's probably like, oh man, come on man, you take some money off the top for me right now. But Micah is 100% kind of foolproofing himself as far as in the eyes of Cowboys Nation. There shouldn't be a single Cowboys fan that A, has an issue with this, and B, can't respect Micah Parsons at least a little bit more for him truly walking the talk and trying to do everything he can to help this team be in position to win, whether that be on the field, which we see his impact on the field by the numbers, or on the books and letting us know, hey, I'm willing to put some change back on the table so we can actually build this team and fill this team out a little bit more. Micah Parsons, all the respect in the world to you. I think as fans, we have to appreciate when we have star players that truly are willing to put the team ahead of their own personal gain. Again, everyone's situation is different. I do not draw a comparison to the Dak situation or anything like that, because again, there was some bad blood already there. Dak's been disrespected a lot since he's been in Dallas by his own ownership and everything. So yeah, you make them pay the piper there. Same thing with CD Lamb, man. CD's been balling out. He's already setting Cowboys franchise records and stuff. Man, get them dudes their money, especially since those are only two dudes on offense that are worth the damn right now, to be completely honest, as far as weapons go. And Micah Parsons is doing what he needs to do to make sure that he has his soldiers beside him that he wants to take into war. So I have nothing but respect for this. This is an extremely savvy business move by Micah Parsons, especially since he clearly doesn't care about trying to maximize the value on his deal or whatever it may be. And I think this is probably amazing news for the Cowboys front office. I'm 100% sure Jerry and Stephen Jones's nipples probably got rock hard as hell when they heard Micah Parsons say this quote, right? Because you know, there's nothing Stephen Jones loves more than a discount double check. In fact, that man probably get a harder boner for a discount than he do for his own wife. But at the end of the day, Micah Parsons, much respect to you, brother. This is great news for Dallas Cowboys fans, being completely honest, because at least now we won't be going into the offseason with all this mystery and unknown and not knowing what the hell's going on. Because with Dak and CD, neither one of those dudes were really doing a lot of talking. They really didn't tell us what they were and weren't trying to do or anything like that. Micah Parsons is already letting us know from the jump, I'm not doing this, this, or this, and I'm trying to get this done early. So now, ball in your court, Jerry. Ball up top. Either way, we speak them same old Cowboys, and I see you guys in the next one. Be sure to subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys content on the radio.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Hey! I'm still them boys.